Powermatic makes this. This is probably from like 1993. It's a shaper setup with a feeder. And the cool thing about this is actually starting to become one of my favorite tools. It's got a lot of power and it can mow through some good wood. You're asking, what does a shaper do? So a shaper is kind of like, I explained it a little bit ago, like a router on steroids. It's like a big router. It'll put tongue and groove on your 1x6. You could have it do an edge on your moldings. You could do shiplap. You could do all sorts of different things. Door guys use these. You could do rabbets, which for you that don't know, that's a type of, these are all types of joints. But yeah, I posted a video about a month ago and I've had some people ask, hey, could you show us some more detail on how to set your shaper up? And so I'm just going to do a quick kind of beginning, get you going, and then kind of experimenting with it. The most important thing is that if you do have one, that you set it up safely, number one, but then you use it. You know, that was our biggest thing, is I didn't use it for a while, and I started using it and realizing that I can do a lot of things that I didn't expect I could do. Even on the big timbers, the 3-inch materials, we started using it. The privacy wall that we just got done doing. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do with a shaper. So this shaper has 2 spindles. This is a bigger spindle, and you can change out. Right now I've got a little spindle on it, but the bigger one is just for bigger bits. This is a shaper head with interchangeable knives, okay, that you can put on this, and this comes over that like that, and then you've got a ring and a nut that goes on top. Tighten it down, and if you can see, you've got different heads. So you got tongue and groove. You could do these cove. You could do all sorts of different things with these knives, and it's just how creative do you want to get. I also have a lot of different other knives, and probably what I need to do is show you what each one of these knives does. But this is kind of like a fancy tongue that it would put on an end of a board, or you could also have it as a molding and do a fancy edge. So this one is kind of, so far, one of my favorites. This is for tongue and groove. And so what I would do is, this is the tongue right here, and I put it on like that, so the cutting edge is facing this way. So I'm going to feed my boards this way, like so. And because you can change the direction, you can change the direction this way, and you can change the direction the other way, and you can also feed them from this way. So it just depends on what you're doing and what your preference is. This is the groove setup. So where this knife is just taking out the center of your material. Same thing, you set that down like that. And what you do is, once you gauge your height, you would, and once you swap bits out, you leave the height the same, so it cuts. So those two line up. So if you see, you know, that's basically what you're doing on your material. And I showed this on my privacy wall clip not too long ago, but put that on, put the ring down here, then your nut, okay, tighten that up all the way down, and you've got 2 spots. So the top one you lock in, get that tightened, nice and snug. It doesn't have to be crazy. Now, when you're running this thing, you want to be extremely careful, like any power tool. This one could eat your hand in a hurry. Okay? And we all know somebody or someone close to us who is missing a limb, right? Yes, I'm missing a finger. And so you just want to be careful. Okay? So this, you want to make sure too you're hooked up with a hose and a powerful vacuum that can pull the material off of it. Then after you set that up, then you set your feeder up. Now I love the feeder because then your hands don't get in the way. Okay? So this is the same thing. This will pull the material this way and it'll pull the material that way. Okay? So what I do is I set my feeder on a little bit of an angle. I don't know if you can see, but a little bit of an angle, so it keeps that board tight to your fence. And then you got a nice clean cut. So then you'll set it up. Now my feeder goes, I can do up and down as well. I can twist that to the side. And then after you get it set to where you want, lock it down, lock down here. Okay. Okay, then figure out your directions. So this is turning the wheels this way, which will pull the material. Same thing, this will do the opposite. So make sure you're ready. And then you have your power, but on these you'll have power and you'll also have a direction switch on the spindle. So you'll have a forward and backwards or reverse on this spindle. Okay, so I usually go through, make sure everything's snug down. So before I start running this monster of a machine, that everything's tight and ready to go. Powermatic really makes a nice machine though. This is like 93 and you can tell it's well taken care of. And it's still like the Cadillac of machines. So gotta give props to Powermatic, the gold standard. They're always up in their game as well. So that's it. If you want to see some of what we've done with this machine, look up those videos that we did with the privacy wall, and we'll post some more on actually maybe some of these edges and what it does with the knives and different knives. So that's it for the shaper. Also feel free to DM me if you have any questions on these machines, or if you want to see something in particular, please DM us. We like it when we get input from clients or from fans, and we'll be happy to demonstrate and rock on, man.